2017 BMW X3 with the 2-liter turbocharged engine. Today we'll be doing an oil change. And you can see over at our computer that this vehicle requires 5.07 quarts of all temp 0W20 full synthetic, and this is a unique oil with the LL-17 FE Plus additive. You can get this from BMW, your local dealership, or just contact your local parts supplier and see what alternative oil they have. I believe we'll be using the Mobile One alternative when it comes in that has that additive also in it, but check with your local parts supplier to see what type of oil that they have or that they would suggest. And for this oil change, we'll be using the CarQuest oil filter Romeo 84327. Let's get to it. And with the beamer up in the air, you can go ahead and be overwhelmed by the weather guards you have to remove. Just kidding, they put a nice little thing right here, little access panel. They don't write anything on it to let you know it's an access panel, but once you've done one, you know that it's right here. Pull out these two 8mm bolts and pull out that little piece of plastic, and there is your engine's drain plug. And that drain plug is a 17mm. And go ahead and let that oil drain out. And while that oil is draining, take that time to inspect your crush washer on your drain plug. Make sure it is in good health. Any cracks, any wears, any previous leaks, go ahead and replace it. If not, feel free to use it again. But I think for this one, it's looking a little bit thin, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it with a brand new crush washer. And with the oil finished draining, go ahead and put our drain plug back in. And come back in with our 17mm. Put it down good and tight. Don't go crazy and pull out your threads. And before we put our cover back on, go ahead and hit it with some brake clean. Want to make sure that we remove all of the excess used oil off of the bottom of the engine, so that way if we're working on this vehicle in the future and you see any oil on the bottom of your engine, you know you have a possible oil leak and not that you just left a mess during your last oil change. And with that all cleaned up, we can go ahead and reinsert our access panel, which goes like that. And that's it. Back up top side, we have our oil filter located right here. They have a special tool for this that clips on. You can use a big pair of pliers or whatever you need to. Just know that you need to be very careful with these plastic oil filter caps. They do love to break, and they break very easily. And if you do break it, I highly recommend replacing it with the aluminum ones they have to replace these with, and you'll never have an issue with them again. Some of them even have a bolt on top where you can use a standard socket to get them off, or I guess not a standard socket, but a metric socket. Now, if you do your oil change right, you might not need to use a tool at all, and you can just pull it off like so. Because these are only put down 7 to 9 Newton meters, which is almost nothing, you can literally tighten them down by hand. Make sure you pull it out nice and slowly. Give the oil that's still in the filter a little bit of time to drain off. And to remove the old oil filter, just grab it like so. I like to usually put a little bit of a twist in there. Go ahead and throw the old filter into the trash. Right here, there's a tiny O-ring. And down here is your main oil filter seal. Oh, that's nice. Our new oil filter came with a new crush washer for the drain. I'll save that for next time. Go ahead and install our new O-ring. Make sure you lube it up with some of that used motor oil that's probably going to be all over your hands by now. And your new main gasket. And slide this down into the lowest groove right there. Work your way all around. Make sure you double check that to make sure it's in that groove. New oil filter. Good to go. And to make sure that this gets just enough torque on it, go ahead and clean that cap off with some brake clean. Clean my hand off. Put that down nice and tight. Throw away the trash. And now to add the oil, your oil cap. Ooh, that was on tight. Is right there. Go ahead and using our super duper cool funnel, high-tech technology, go ahead and add those 5.07 quarts of 0W20 full synthetic oil. Faster. Do it faster. You can do it. And make sure we put that cap down nice and tight. And of course we need to clean up any mess we made. ...2017 BMW X3 with the 2-liter turbo engine. We've just performed an oil change and now we're going to reset the oil life. To do this, put the vehicle into the on position by pressing the start button without your foot touching the brake. In the on position, reach down here and move this little piggy guy out of the way. And behind him is a little button. I know that might be hard to see because of the lighting in here, but just trust me, it's there. Go ahead and hold that button down until your vehicle comms menu pops up. All right. So we have our brake fluid. Press it here to our engine oil, reset possible. At engine oil, go ahead and press and hold this button again. Reset, release, and then press and hold again. Hold while it finishes its countdown. And your engine oil life has been reset. If you'd like to see another video on one of these vehicles, go ahead and check out that one next. I made that one just for you. But other than that, if this video helped you out, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you all next time.